I am Subrat Behera, General Manager, Bhubaneswar Smart City, Bhubaneswar. Right about the Smart City Bhubaneswar, I would say that it's a special purpose vehicle created by Government of Odisha, where there was a matching grant from Government of India. So it was the foremost nodal agency to implement, to bring in technology to the city life. So it was the nodal agency which was envisaged by government, both the governments, to plan, implement, manage and operate the city to the fullest extent and to give the city people a life, I would say. So first of all, it started with many projects, where the key one is Smart Janpath. So in fact, I had seen much before Bhubaneswar Smart City came into being. So it was a very narrow road. So now one can say that it just looks like any road of any big city in the country. So it was, I think, I'm sure it changed the metamorphosis of the city understanding.
Thank you, sir. So we'll come to the next question. Can you give a brief introduction to Bhubaneswar Smart City, like Bhubaneswar City?
Bhubaneswar City, all institutions were there earlier, but giving a big connecting link. There was a railway station, there was an airport, and there was also a national highway. The national highway also is also having a lot of flyovers also. So that way it was looking beautiful. But to connect to different institutions, different sites, different locations, landmarks, so Smart City, in fact, I would say that it unified the entire thing. So that way the Smart Janpath connects to all important landmarks in the city. So people, once you give a reference, so people always understands that once you land up in Janpath, you will get a way to move to any place in the Bhubaneswar city or also outside the Bhubaneswar also.
Like its name?
Yes, Smart Janpath.
So what is the one key highlight of this project?
It is the key highlight, I would say that the a kind of liveliness people feel always about this Janpath road. So you cannot think that I am having some problem, so I have to think of going anywhere. You have to be there only. You will get all facilities there. If you are trying to get a respite out of the warmth, hotness, so the tree is there. So there is a furniture beneath the tree. You can sit there. If you want something like hungry, the kiosk is there. Just in front of your eye, you will find something that you can take food and fill your belly. So that kind of liveliness, life has been brought into the city life. That is one of the most key highlights of the project.
Thank you, sir. So throughout this process of implementing this project, what were the key learnings for you?
Learnings that if you involve people from all corners, all walks of life, stakeholders, I would say, you will not face any problem in executing the project. It will end up well. And that happened with the Smart Janpath. So the business associations were there. So we also involved them. How do you envisage in front of your shop? No, sir, I want these things. So the people also, whosoever were going there, working there, passers-by also, we consulted. This is the project we want to envisage. Sir, ये बहुत अच्छा होगा, बहुत बढ़िया होगा. So feedback also taken, live feedback taken during implementation. So that way, the project grew and got nurtured. There were small hiccups. People sat on dharna for a brief time, brief period. Not that it's continuous for days together. So that small problems will always come up. So you have to address immediately. That way it was addressed also, and there was no big hiccup in the entire period of execution. It passed off well.
Did you face any pushback from stakeholders, and if yes, how did
There
you?
were few court cases, and also there was no such hard order of the High Court on the authorities. So small interventions required to assure the people who were feeling aggrieved. So we put it before court that we will resolve their issue, grievance, no problem. We will definitely address their issue, and they will be given proper place where they can sell their materials and earn the livelihood. So the orders were implemented also in right earnest, and also people, they never became so much aggrieved. They came with the order, they approached us, we addressed their issue, they went back. Okay, sir. So that was the kind of relationship with the people who were aggrieved also. That is one of the most important achievement of Smart Janpath.
So are the people supportive of these projects?
Yes, people were supportive of projects. Sometimes small interventions we are required to undertake. When we see that some places are made ugly by the shopkeepers, we always highlight in the group also. Our people reach there immediately and also ask. These people are surprised. How do they know? In fact, we are having surveillance cameras also, the entire Smart Janpath. PTZ cameras, 360-degree view we take. So we see this in our integrated control and command center. Our enforcement team reaches immediately, catches hold of the persons. Sometimes imposition of small penalties are also done. This doesn't amount to harassment. So only to give them a new learning that it is their city. They have to be supportive and they have to keep it clean. It's not that we are having the authority to always enforce. Why? It is your city. You should take care of this city. No? You are part and parcel. You are earning livelihood. They take note of it. It's not that we are backed by big pushbacks.
So how did you engage with the community during the process?
See, we discussed with the business associations, merchant associations. We discussed with the resident associations. There are many houses are also there. On the one way, most business establishments are there. The town's most important establishments are there. We discussed with them, brought them on board to discuss issues, because we have our right of way, carriage lines, walkways. So all these things are there parallelly. bus queue shelters are there for movers. You must have heard this. The most successful transport network in the country. So we engaged everybody. So there was no, the authorities always wanted that you should have 360-degree discussion. Not that temporarily they should be stalled, they should be halted. No, their views should be taken into account, and it shall be encompassing, all encompassing. So that way this project got implemented, right honest also ended up well.
Sir, what is your advice to other cities if they are planning to implement such a street design?
See, if you implement such a huge project, you have to cannot see it that you have to implement it compartmentally. You have to always feel that it's a single turnkey project. So first of all, you have to think from the beginning that what could be the possible scenarios where you have to take the project forward. So you have to foresee this. You have to engage all people, all business association, even lawyers also, so that they can convince people who are actually deeply aggrieved. It is going to help them, not that to weed them out, to drive them out of the city. So if you feel that all are the stakeholders, you can have preliminary discussion with them before you start up. So you can know easily that what are the requirements that we need to address in future, maybe in next 6 months, next 1 year. So you address those issues, so no one will stop you from executing the project. It will be through.
So the key is
engaging all stakeholders, all people.
That also shows you value.
You must value their opinion also. You must listen to them carefully. What do they say? It's not big issues. They never say that their demand will increase the project cost to some lakhs crores, 100 crores. No, nothing else. Small interventions they will make. You have to just take into account their issues, and you can also always assimilate with your project. That's the key, and you can succeed also in that way. No problem.